The email had arrived Tuesday at 3:47 p.m. I knew because I'd screenshot it immediately, too excited to believe it was real. After 6 months of applications, rejections, and silence, Goldman Sachs wanted to interview me for their analyst program. Not just any interview, final round, in person, New York City, Thursday at 10 a.m. I was printing boarding passes Wednesday night when Mom walked into my room without knocking. "Why are you packing?" She stared at my overnight bag like it was a weapon. "Job interview tomorrow. That Goldman position I told you about." I couldn't hide my excitement. "They're flying me to New York. Can you believe it?" Her face went through several expressions before settling on disappointment. "Jessica, we discussed this. You can't leave. It's just 2 days. Your brother needs consistency. His condition. Tommy has autism, Mom, not a terminal illness, and he's 17, not 7. He'll be fine for 2 days." She snatched my boarding pass. "This is selfishness." Selfishness. I stood up, my hands shaking. "I've been his full-time caretaker since I graduated. 2 years, Mom. 2 years of my life on pause while you and Dad work. Family comes first," she said, tearing the boarding pass in half. "Your career can wait." I laughed, pulling up the mobile pass on my phone. "Nice try. It's 2019, Mom. Everything's digital." That's when she grabbed my phone. What happened next feels like slow motion even now. Her fingers moving across the screen. The Gmail app opening. The starred interview email appearing. Her thumb hovering over delete. "Mom, no. Delete. Trash. Empty trash." "There," she said, handing back my phone. "Problem solved. Tommy needs you here." I stared at the empty inbox where my future had been. You deleted my interview." "It's for the best. Besides," Dad appeared in the doorway, "women shouldn't prioritize work over family. Your place is here, helping your brother." My place? My voice was deadly quiet. My place is wherever I choose to put myself. "Don't be dramatic," Mom waved dismissively. "There will be other jobs. Local ones. Part-time, so you can still help with Tommy." I looked between them. My parents, who'd paid for Tommy's therapies, special schools, every resource available, who'd never once offered the same investment in my future, who'd turned me into an unpaid live-in caregiver the moment I graduated with honors. "You're right," I said calmly. "There will be other jobs." They smiled, thinking they'd won. They had no idea what was coming next. I spent that night in my room, door locked, planning. The interview was gone. Goldman wouldn't reschedule for I lost the email. But the war, that was just beginning. First, I called my best friend Sarah in New York. "I need a favor. A big one." "Anything. Is this about the interview? Are you nervous?" "My parents deleted it. Destroyed my boarding passes. They want me to stay Tommy's keeper forever." Silence. Then, "Pack everything important. You're moving here. Tonight." "I can't just." "Yes, you can. My roommate moved out last month. The room's yours. We'll figure out the rest." Tommy has 2 parents who can step up for once. She was right. For 2 years, I'd shouldered everything. Tommy's morning routine, therapy appointments, homework help, meltdowns. All while my parents worked and lived their lives, comfortable knowing I was handling it. I packed silently. Not everything that would raise suspicion. Just essentials, important documents, my laptop. The acceptance letter from Columbia I hidden from them 4 years ago. The scholarship I turned down to stay home and help the family. At 4 a.m., I slipped out, left a note on the kitchen counter. "Going to pursue the career you tried to steal. Tommy's schedule is on the fridge. His therapist's number is in the blue folder. You'll figure it out. After all, he needs consistency." My phone exploded before I reached the airport. "Mom, Jessica, where are you?" "Dad, get back here immediately." "Mom, Tommy's asking for you." "Dad, this is abandonment." I turned off my phone and boarded the plane. Sarah met me at JFK with coffee and a game plan. "First, you're going to email Goldman. Explain there was a family emergency, but you're still interested. Sometimes they have cancellations. They'll think I'm flaky. Or they'll think you're human. Try." I crafted the email carefully, professional but honest. Family medical emergency. Still very interested. Available anytime. The response came within hours. Someone had canceled their Monday slot. Could I make it? Could I make it? I would have walked to their offices barefoot. That weekend, Sarah transformed into my personal career coach. Mock interviews, outfit selection, confidence building. You're brilliant, Jess. They'd be idiots not to hire you. My phone stayed off until Sunday night. 147 missed calls, 89 texts, 23 voicemails. I listened to one. Jessica, this is cruel. Tommy had a meltdown at therapy. He kept asking where you were. How could you do this to your brother, to us? Stop this tantrum and come home. Tantrum. 2 years of unpaid labor, and leaving was a tantrum. I deleted the rest unheard. Monday morning, I walked into Goldman Sachs wearing a suit bought with my hidden savings, the money I'd secretly earned tutoring online after Tommy's bedtime. I looked like I belonged there because I did belong there. The interview was intense. Technical questions, behavioral scenarios, market analysis. But when they asked about challenges I'd overcome, I had an answer that made them lean in. I spent 2 years as the primary caregiver for my brother with autism while maintaining my skills through online courses and freelance analysis. I learned to juggle complex schedules, manage difficult behaviors, and find creative solutions under pressure. But I also learned when to recognize that staying in one place, no matter how comfortable for others, isn't always the right choice. That must have been a difficult decision, the senior analyst said quietly. The easiest decision I ever made, I replied, because I realized I could help my family better by building my own success than by sacrificing my future for their convenience. The offer came Wednesday, analyst position, starting salary that made my eyes water, full benefits, start date in 2 weeks. I finally turned on my phone to share the news with Sarah. The messages had evolved from anger to desperation. Mom, I had to call out of work. Tommy won't accept anyone else for his routines. Dad, this is what feminism does. Destroys families. Mom, Mrs. Patterson saw you at the airport. The whole neighborhood is talking. Dad, your place is here. Then the one that made me laugh. Mom, how do I access Tommy's school portal? Why did he write down passwords? I had. In the blue folder. The one I'd mentioned in my note. The one they'd never bothered to look at because I'd always handled everything. I texted back once. Congratulations on discovering parenthood. Tommy's login info is in the blue folder, 3rd page. His IEP meeting is next Tuesday. Don't miss it like you have for the past 2 years. Please, Goldman Sachs pays enough for me to actually help with his future therapy costs. You're welcome. Then I blocked them. The next 2 weeks were a blur of apartment hunting, paperwork, and freedom. Sarah helped me find a studio near the office. Small but mine. I bought professional clothes, set up my workspace, started life. Tommy called from his school iPad 3 weeks later. They'd forgotten to block my number there. Jess, where are you? New York, buddy. I got a job. Mom's really bad at my schedule. She forgot pickup twice. She'll learn, just like you learned to tie your shoes. Remember? Practice makes perfect. Are you coming back? To visit when things calm down. But Tommy, I need you to understand something. I love you so much. But I'm your sister, not your parent. And I deserve a life too. He was quiet. Then, Mom cries a lot. Change is hard. But we're all strong enough to handle it. Even me. Especially you. You're the strongest person I know. Love you, Jess. Love you too, buddy. The real revenge came 6 months later. I'd settled into Goldman, exceeding every metric they threw at me. My signing bonus alone had erased my student loans. I was thriving. Then LinkedIn notification. Your mother viewed your profile. My very public, very successful profile. Complete with Goldman Sachs analyst title, Columbia credentials I finally added, glowing recommendations from supervisors. The friend requests started immediately. Extended family who'd ignored me for years suddenly wanted to reconnect. Aunts sharing my updates with captions like, so proud of our career girl. Where was that pride when I was drowning in caretaking duties? Mom tried a different approach. Long email about forgiveness, family, how they'd reflected on their mistakes. How Tommy missed me. How hard it was without help. I forwarded it to Sarah. Her response. Funny how they found feminism once they needed a caretaker. Dad's email was shorter. We were wrong. Your career matters too. Come home and we'll support you finding something local. local, part-time, still keeping me tethered to their convenience. I didn't respond. Instead, I did something better. I set up a trust fund for Tommy, not huge, but growing. Every month, I deposited what I could for his future therapies, college if he wanted, support programs. Things my parents should have been saving for instead of assuming I'd be his eternal keeper. The lawyer who helped set it up asked about informing my parents. Not yet. I decided. Let them plan his future first. I'll be the safety net, not the primary plan. A year in, I was promoted, youngest analyst to make associate in my cohort. The announcement was in financial publications. Mom's Facebook friends saw it. The neighborhood saw it. Your daughter's a star. Mrs. Patterson told Mom, not knowing I'd blocked them all. You must be so proud. What could she say? That she'd tried to sabotage that success. That she'd literally deleted my future. Tommy called monthly now from his therapist's office. He was adjusting, growing, developing independence he'd never have achieved with me hovering. Jess, I got a job, he told me excitedly one day. Part-time, at the library, sorting books. That's amazing, buddy. Mom said I couldn't do it, but Dr. Kim said I could try, and I'm good at it. Of course Mom said he couldn't. Without me there, she had to become the helicopter parent, the limiter of possibilities. You're better than good. You're incredible. Are you coming for Christmas? Maybe next year. It had been 18 months. The anger had faded into something calmer. Success, I'd learned, was the best revenge. But boundaries? Those were forever. The final straw came when Dad emailed about retirement. They couldn't afford it. Tommy's care was expensive. Could I help? Family helps family, after all. I sent one response. I've been depositing money into a special needs trust for Tommy since I started working. He'll be provided for. As for your retirement, maybe you should have thought about that before deleting my future. Women who prioritize work tend to have retirement funds. Funny how that works. Then I sent the trust documentation. Proof I'd been providing for Tommy all along. Just not under their control. The emails stopped after that. The calls too. They'd finally understood. I deleted their future the same way they deleted mine. Except I'd done it with success, boundaries, and thriving despite them. Tommy thrived too. Graduated high school, started community college, kept his library job. We talked weekly now, real conversations between siblings, not caretaker and dependent. I'm proud of you, he told me one day. For leaving, Mom and Dad, they'd have kept us both stuck. When did you get so wise? When I had to, just like you. 5 years later, I'm a VP at Goldman. Youngest woman in my division to make it. The New York Times did a profile on women in finance. My story was featured. Mom sent a congratulations card to my office. Store-bought, generic, signed the Keller family. I kept it, framed it next to my degrees, achievements, photos of the life I'd built. A reminder that family isn't always who raises you. Sometimes it's who raises themselves despite you. They tried to delete my future to preserve their convenience. Instead, they deleted themselves from my success story. And honestly, the narrative was better without them.